What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I am a musician who reacts to video game music for the first time from games I've never played or heard about. Today I'm going to be doing a Patreon request for Benjamin. This is a first on this channel, Assassin's Creed. Now, I said before that it's usually games that I've never heard about. I've heard of Assassin's Creed, and I've actually never played it. And I've known about it for a very long time because I remember in high school this came out, and it was a big deal, and even a lot of my friends owned it. And I do remember seeing it at the time and being kind of like blown away like by these like parkour type abilities that this character was using. But it went on apparently to be a huge franchise, and I still have not played like a second of it. So that's my history with Assassin's Creed. The music, no idea. Now, I can only assume, based on the couple of seconds that I've seen of the gameplay back then, is something maybe like Middle Eastern sounding or something like that, because I do remember like it was, I don't know where the setting is, but I just remember it was kind of like in the desert and something like old type buildings. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is Assassin's Creed. The song is called Jesper Kid, Ezio's Family. First experience with Assassin's Creed in 2022. Let's go. Okay. Once again, not what I expected. Acoustic guitar, huh? Violin. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty much the complete opposite of what I thought it was gonna sound like. It's so pretty. The arpeggiated chords are just following the chord progression. Oh, electric emphasis. I should have mentioned that this is Assassin's Creed 2, by the way. I thought it was the original, but it's 2. Alright. I didn't have time to think. I was more kind of just lost in the music a little bit. It was like a little too pretty because I was kind of lost in it. So, complete opposite of what I was expecting. I was expecting somewhere along the lines of kind of just like hand percussion, fast-paced, because I've seen some gameplay of it, and it seemed kind of like a little bit fast-paced with the action and the jumping and the building stuff. But apparently I just didn't see enough, because maybe that was just a fraction of what's going on here. But nowhere did I expect some sort of ballad and slow chord progression and keys with acoustic guitar and the choir type vocal. I guess I'm more confused than anything, but it was super gorgeous. Just not what I was expecting, I guess. It was quite calm, quite relaxing, which in my eyes, or my ears, I should say, the only thing I could really put to that, because it doesn't match the gameplay that I've seen in my head years ago, was, I'm guessing, a cutscene, or... yeah, I don't even know. I can't even imagine that being, like, in the game. Unless I'm just totally confused on what the game is. But this is a long time ago. This was about 2000... oh god, I don't know. It was over 10 years ago. So my memory's very faded on it. All I can think of is cutscene and probably a dramatic plot point, whether it's, you know, a loss, or yeah, I don't really see any sort of like positive here, like any sort of gain or thing, because it's called Jesper Kite or Jesper Kid, which is probably a character, and then this is Ezio's family. So just having the word family in there kind of like gives me a somewhat idea, but not really. Everything here is completely vague to me because I'm still shocked of what I thought it was supposed to sound like, and it went a completely different way. So now I'm over here trying to piece together everything, you know, what the name of the game means, just everything. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably like one of the most confused I've been. I think it's because of just how popular this game is and how much I've just avoided it this whole time, that I had this idea in my head, you know, when something's so popular and you just are not part of it, you kind of feel sort of like left out or something. I just had no interest in playing it. And, you know, it's obviously doing very well. It's had like multiple sequels and all that. So it's got its own, you know, world going on. And I guess all you can do when something's so popular and you never touched it is you just make a scenario up in your head of what it sounds like and what it does. And I guess right now I'm just more in shock of what I just heard, because that was really, really beautiful. Simple, but less is more, especially when it comes to me. These are the kind of songs that stick with you because of like a memory that I could be attached to. It sounds very deep to me. Like, I don't know, I felt pretty down. Although I was feeling surprised and shocked by like what I'm hearing, I was also very like, man, this sounds like a bummer. And I'm not gonna lie, I just noticed the view count, which is in the 26 millions. So to me, I can only make a scientific guess, and by that I mean a shot in the dark. If it's that many views, it almost tells me that it's like attached to something very significant. Not saying that the song on its own can't get there, but 26 million is quite a bit. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, color me surprised, color me shocked. I don't know what to say. That was a really, really gorgeous song. Don't know who composed this. Just, man, if I've ever been curious about a soundtrack from a game, it's definitely now. Because I feel so much of, damn, this is what I've been missing out on? This is why people play it? And now I feel kind of silly for, you know, having waited this long. That's all I really got for it. So, blindsided is the word. I'm kind of just, if I didn't say that enough, I'm just kind of blindsided. Really beautiful. Really beautiful song. And I'm just shocked. Acoustic guitar, always going to get my attention. It was crystal clear. The vocals were crystal clear. I'm a fan. I've been converted to intrigue on Assassin's Creed 2. I can only imagine what the other ones are like. And for some reason, I just have a feeling with this many views and how popular this game is, I feel like the floodgates might open and people are going to be like, oh, you don't know about Assassin's Creed? Well, let me tell you, because, you know, we know. By all means, let me know. That's kind of the whole purpose of this channel. This is kind of why, if you're unaware, why I kind of even came up with this idea for the channel when I started it. You know, when I had this idea of just like, hey, there's a lot of music I haven't heard from games throughout the years, from games I never played. This would probably fall into one of those immediate categories in my head. Before, I didn't really have an idea of like, oh, I would love to hear music from blah, 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 blah. But looking back now, this game would definitely fall into that category. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I never played Assassin's Creed. And everyone knows about it. So, such is my life. Anywho, rambling on. Great song. Very curious what other stuff sounds like, because I think this might be a deviation from the soundtrack. But that's just my guess. I don't know anything about this game. I just know it's popular. And there's parkour elements. Anywho, if you want to request a VGM to me as well, and have me possibly confused, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally fine, but they're not necessary. But they do guarantee that I will check out your song if you don't mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is a platinum tier on Patreon, which expedites your request to the very top, and all your outstanding songs as well. And a big shout out to Fly, Justin, Orange, Rogue Monk, and Vincent for being part of that. Everyone else you see here, and thanks to Benjamin for the request, and for showing me this world of Assassin's Creed. Sorry if I don't have much to say about it. I'm just more like, oh, so that's what it is, you know? But in a good way. And I can't wait for more. So until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. Until the next Assassin's Creed, please let me know what you think about this game and how much under a rock I've been living. I will see you all later.